I am an Indigenous Terena woman from the Bananal village, a biomedical PhD student in Infectious and Parasitic Diseases, and an activist for the rights of indigenous community in Brazil. My journey has been guided by a commitment to promoting the health, education, and cultural preservation of my people, ensuring that the voice and rights of indigenous people are respected and heard. Indigenous communities play a fundamental role in protecting global biodiversity and preserving cultural traditions that date back millennia. We are more than 476 million indigenous people in 90 countries, representing 6.2% of the world's population. If we were to form a nation, we would be the third most popular country in the world. However, this rich cultural and environmental heritage is constantly under threat. Our lands are exploited without consent, our language and tradition are disappearing, and we face significant challenge in maintaining our cultural identity. 42% of the world's population have not received any formal education about indigenous history. This lack of knowledge is reflected in the way our communities are treated by government and society large. Many of us are still excluded from decision-making process that directly affect our lives and territories. And more than 22% of the world's population believe that their government failed to identify and address systemic inequality that affect indigenous people. As an indigenous Terena woman, I have experienced this reality firsthand. During the COVID-19 pandemic, I witnessed the devastating impact of a lack of research and support in my community. In response, I took the initiative to build a strategic partnership with local organizations and coordinate the distribution of hand sanitizer, masks, and food to indigenous villages. Despite facing significant challenges such as supply shortages and limited access to remote areas, our commitment and cooperation allowed us to benefit hundreds of families. This experience reinforced for me power of community action and solidarity in critical times, demonstrated that together we can overcome obstacles, save lives, and drive meaningful change in our reality. Indigenous voices are fundamental to building a more just and sustainable future. Our worldview, rooted in a harmonious relationship with nature, offers valuable solutions to today global change and such as climate change and biodiversity loss. However, for our contribution to be fully recognized, more than tokenism is needed. We need meaningful inclusion in decision-making process, all the levels, from the local to the global. To ensure that indigenous voices are the center of global decision-making process, I propose education and awareness, integrating indigenous history and culture in the school curricula, and promote respect for our tradition. For my community, this would open doors to a deeper understanding for our contribution and challenge. 2. Active participation. Ensuring our representation in governance space would ensure that our needs and perspectives are considered in public policies. This is essential to strengthening our autonomy and creating solutions that respect our reality. 3. Protecting ancestral land. Policies that protect our land would prevent illegal exploration, preserving our livelihood and traditional way of life. For us, it is a matter of cultural survival and maintaining environmental balance. 4. Preservation of indigenous language. Investing in the revitalization of indigenous land through the education programs and technology will keep our cultural identity alive. This action will allow us to transmit ancestral knowledge and strengthen community ties. One young word. Indigenous voice can long be ignored. We are not asking for favors, but rather for our rights to be recognized and for our contribution to humanity to be valued. With our culture and traditional knowledge, we can help build a future where our culture are respected and where we can live in harmony with nature and each others. Thank you. Obrigada. Ainda Puyakué.